We are here at Open Workout. Sev Cardenas and his coach Jeff Cressman. Sev, going into the cage Friday, December 8th. 1-0, you're looking for your second fight. You're less than a week out. How you feeling?
I feel really good. I feel in shape and I feel ready to go.
Okay, so 1-0, you're taking on a guy who's a debut, Giorgio. What is he going to face when he goes into the cage with you? You're going in there. Tell the people out there a little bit about your style. You're going out there for the knockout. You're going out there for the submission. What are we going to see when you enter the cage? Tell a little bit of people about how you fight.
I'm going in there to finish him. You know, going in there and I want to finish it, and you know, go in there, put it a show and get it done with, and come out with the victory. And if I get the finish, good. But I'm going in there with the finish. You know, that's what I want to do.
Jeff, tell us a little bit about your man over here. How's he looking? You got him look like he's fine-tuned. You said you really have high hopes for him. He's 1-0. How do you feel about Sev?
This kid is one of the toughest guys I've ever gotten the opportunity to train. Excellent cardio, great, just an athlete in every possible way. He can definitely step it up. Great striking, great groundwork. Just dedicated, all heart. Kid's been through a lot. He's ready to go, ready to finish and make a name for himself.
You said he has a little bit of everything. Tell me a little bit about when he came to you and you got a hold of him. What's his strength? What did he already have when he first came to you?
This kid came to me with just a lot of heart, a lot of dedication, and a dream. He has the ability to bring a fight wherever he wants. Kid has a great wrestling background. Was a great wrestler in high school. He continued to train with some of the top wrestlers in New Jersey afterwards, and now just wants to move on to an MMA career. We got high hopes of building up his amateur career and then hopefully taking home some titles and then bringing it pro. This kid's going to be somebody one day.
Jeff Cressman, Sev Cardenas, AOW4. Eugene, the Suitcase Kid Aubry, AOW4. You're going in there, obviously you like to finish fights. Your coach, Aaron Meisner, Ryan Cafaro, some of the best trainers around. They got you focused. They got your eye on the prize. What are we going to see when you enter that cage, 2300 Arena, December 8th?
Well, you're going to see smarts, a high pace, and I'm coming. That's it. That's all I can say. I'm coming to mentally and physically break him. I know he likes to fight. He's fought 5 times in 1 year. I know he wants to be there, and that's it.
You got off to a little bit of a rough start. You were 1-3. Like I said, you're one of the hardest workers in the business. I follow you on social media all the time. How are you a different fighter now?
Well, I had to learn that I had to work harder. That's it. I just got to want it more and keep pushing. You know, I work out 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a day. Whatever I can fit in, I get all the work I can, and that's it.
Eugene Aubry, one of the hardest working dudes. Remember the name, AOW4, Aubry Melso. Kahim the Dream Murray, Timmy Tyler. Timmy lost his opponent a couple times, and you know what? Sometimes a business, you have to handle a fight as a business. Even though you're not cavemen, sometimes you got to fight a guy that's your friend, the guy that you like. These two guys have trained together. Kahim, you saw it on Facebook. You called Mike Bickings. You said, you know what? I love Timmy. He's a good friend of mine, but this is a business. I'm going to go. I'm going to take this fight. Tell me what your thought process was. I know you trained with Timmy, so you kind of know the ins and outs of him. What was your thought process when the fight was first offered to you?
Well, 3 people notified me via message and told me that Timmy's opponent backed out. And somebody tagged me in a post, so I said that if they needed me, I would do it. So we're both fighters. Come next weekend, we're going to go get in there and fight.
Timmy, I know that you want to fight. You'll fight anybody, anytime, any place. That's what you want to do. That's what you love to do. It's in your heart. You train with this guy. You've shed blood, sweat, and tears with him. I know you love the man. Tell me how you felt about Kahim stepping up and saying, you know what, I'm going to take on Timmy. Listen, there's an opportunity for both of you to make a couple dollars and go in there and put on a hell of a fight. What was your thought process when they offered you to fight your buddy?
Well, honestly, Kahim wasn't even, on the radar or anything. I immediately hit up Mike, let's get a new opponent. So Kahim wasn't even, in my mind at the time. And then when I saw Kahim commented on the post, and I just ignored it because I never thought about fighting Kahim. And then me and Kahim talked about it on the phone later that night, and then we talked the next day, and then we came to an agreement. We're boys, but we're gonna go in there and fight. Give the people what they wanted to see. We were supposed to fight each other a few times as amateurs, but it never happened. And but now it's gonna happen December 8th. We're gonna go in there. We're gonna fight. We're fighters, and then at the end of the day, we're gonna go out, party, have some fun.
This fight could steal the show. When friends fight, both of these guys have huge hearts. They both go in there, leave it all in there. Kaheem Murray, Timmy Tyler, Art of War 4. It's going down, 2300 Arena.
He's fighting back there right above us, folks, and I don't like it a damn bit. Oh, my God. The God Almighty! They killed him! Oh, my God. As God is my witness, he is broken in half!
Gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses.
All right, I'm here with Joe Pyfer, Philly fighting icon Sam Oropeza. Art of War 4, Joe Pyfer enters the cage versus the Enigma, Adam Attila. Joe, I know there's been a lot of social media bullshit going back and forth. He talks a good game. He hasn't been finished. Tell me a little bit what you think about your opponent and how this fight's going to go.
Poor representation at MMA. He should be a comedian rather than a fighter. He's not going to outwork me. We know his game plan. We go out there, we execute, we take my first belt. Simple as that. I don't personally like the guy, but no, as long as he shows, that's what matters.
Well, listen, this is for the belt. Do you feel like you're going to go in there, impose your will, finish this fight, and then the next step for you is to take on that big pro contract?
We're definitely, it depends on how I perform. I definitely think I'm going to perform very well. Go in there, fight, do what we got to do, beat this guy, send him home with a broken heart, and then we'll go from there. We'll think about it after we win.
Sam, you've been around a long time representing one of the greatest mixed martial arts places, not just in Philly, but around balance. I call Ricardo the godfather of MMA, of jiu-jitsu in Philadelphia. Tell me a little bit about Joe. Tell me a little bit about balance, how he's getting ready, how he's fitting over there.
So I met Joey when he was an 11-year-old kid. One of the hardest working people I've ever met in my whole entire life, hands down. And, you know, I've been around big gyms, like you said. I trained out in Vegas, trained out in big camps, went out to New Mexico, trained at Greg Jackson's MMA, and I will say this, Joey Pyfer's special. Joey Pyfer has something that, you know, the elite have, and you're going to see it at Art of War 4. Yeah, he's at the gym every day. He works hard every day. And the other thing about Joey that people don't realize is he works full-time, too. So his work ethic translates over to other areas, and I couldn't be more proud of Joey. As much as I don't like to watch him fight, he's got talent, and like I said, he's special, and you're going to see exactly why at Art of War.
Listen, in the room is where you get tortured, and I can guarantee you he's getting tortured in the room over at Balance Studios, so that when he goes into the cage, it's all about fun. Joe, Sammy O, see you guys cage side Art of War 4.
Thank you.
Art of War heavyweight showdown. John Tuxford versus Flash Santana. Flash, Tuxford has a hell of a ground game. You got a submission a couple fights ago. You're really fighting better now than you have in your whole career. Tell me how you feel about your opponent. Tell me how this fight's going to go down.
I mean, I feel good. He's a tough kid. He fights hard, so I give him that. He's a hard fighter. His ground game is good. It's one that's actually going to rival mine. But this fight, I see me winning. I'm going to keep it standing up. I'm going to keep it going. And I know he likes to mix it up, so I'm going to mix it up with him.
Listen, this is the first time you got a chance to fight for a championship. Do you think about that at all, or are you able to just put that outside of your mind? Is it just like kind of something extra? What's it going to feel like if you do win this fight to have that belt from Mike Bickings wrapped around your waist?
I mean, it's going to feel good. I mean, winning a championship always feels good, but I'm looking at this as it's just another fight. I'm not looking at it as, oh, this is a championship fight. It's more pressure. I'm taking them as I take on every other opponent. I don't care if he's 100-0 or 0-100. I'm not going to underestimate him. I'm coming in there. I'm getting my A game from bell to bell.
Flash Santana, right from down the street in Chester, 2300 Arena. He's going to have that place rocking. Flash, best to you. Good luck, Art of War 4.